guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am talking to you guys about my favorite products that I've been using in the months of March and April. I can't believe it's May. It's seriously already May. Like, first off, I live in Chicago, so my first question is, where is spring? That's my first question. My second question is, how much longer till fall? Because I can't wait till fall. So yeah, today I'm sharing with you guys some of my favorite products. Some of them are new. Are any of these new? None of these are brand new products. They're just, you know. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm rocking a very intense eye look today, and I'm not quite sure why, but it's because I was trying to use all of these favorite products. That's why. So the first thing I have sitting here is actually what I used as my primer today. And it's gonna surprise you because it's not like an actual marketed primer, if that makes any sense. I used the Origins Perfect World Skin Guardian. This is fantastic. Plain, simple, easy. I mean, this gives such a great finish to my skin. I have normal skin that tends to rotate, that tends to fall onto the dry side, especially in winter. I get really, really dry, but I don't get super oily, so I just kind of put myself as, you know, normal to dry. And this is a really great hydrating, but it's also really great for smoothing too. I believe in the Origins line. It's marketed towards people who are in their 20s and early 30s who are not necessarily showing signs of aging yet, but want to start combating those potential signs. And I know that this is part of it. The entire Perfect World line, there's like a toner, moisturizer, cleanser, all that jazz is all geared towards that. But this actually does double duty as a primer. I used to sell this all the time when I worked at Sephora. This was fantastic. Any serum, I mean, I don't really want to call it a serum. There's also a willow herb one, but they just give such, this one especially gives such a luminous, like, look at that, luminous finish that just kind of smooths and blurs everything. I love the finish it gives my skin. My foundation goes over it perfectly and flawlessly, and it's just really been a favorite. However, when I am not rocking that primer, I've been rocking this primer combo, which I think I used in 1 or 2 videos already earlier this month. I'm not 100% sure at this point because I've been pre-filming so much stuff. I don't know what's gone up and what hasn't. But I've been using this combination as well. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer paired with my Becca First Light Priming Filter. I love both of these on their own, but putting them together is really helpful, especially at this time of year during spring when we're not quite into summer. So my skin's still kind of dry, but it still needs hydration, but it can't sacrifice not being luminous, because otherwise I can't wear half my foundations. They don't sit properly without being properly hydrated. So pairing those two together gives me the perfect balance of luminosity and hydration to my skin. That's been working really well for me lately. Moving on to another favorite, which isn't necessarily a new product, but I've had it for ages, but I've just kind of really started using it. And that is the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent, Loose Finishing Powder in 05 Fair. They do sell a translucent one. I got it in 05 Fair just because, ooh, this is all like tipped out in here. I was scouring the drugstore to try and find a really good powder, and you know, I'm staying there and I'm looking at all of them, and all the ones that are translucent, like, you know how you can just look at some powders and you go, that is not gonna be translucent. I was feeling that, and then I saw these and I went, this is tinted, but it's not too, oh, this is not gonna work, is it? It's not too dark for me to wear, so that's why I like using it. I don't necessarily use it for under my eyes, but I do use it to set my face. So yeah, it's not my powder today because I'm testing new stuff, but I have been a fan of this. I think I've been using this since one of my Valentine's Day tutorials, I think, used this powder, and it's kind of been a favorite since then. My go-to foundations lately, I've been one of two things. I'm either feeling the really, really dewy look, or I'm feeling the very matte look. So I've kind of been going with these two dudes. I don't know why. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. This was in my Project Pan for February. Speaking of which, I'm planning on doing an update on Project Pan sometime in May, so if you liked the Project Pan video, keep your eyes open, that'll be coming soon. But I have this in the shade Fair Beige. I think I probably need to throw this out. I don't know how long this is good for, but I've had this for a very long time. I meant to buy a refill, but I keep forgetting. I'm silly. But it's what I'm wearing today, and I've primed it, paired it with that Origins primer that I mentioned before. But I love using this foundation at this time of year. My skin's kind of getting over the dry patches, so I can still rock the matte look as long as I'm well hydrated. And this just, I mean, look, it just looks flawless. I don't wear it at full coverage because I apply it with a beauty blender rather than a brush. Sometimes I will use the brush, but I like using the beauty blender, especially for like work days, just because it gives it a nice soft look. It doesn't look like that matte full cakey coverage that if I'm gonna be honest, if I build this up too much, it can turn into that. So to try and avoid doing that, I try to tone it down with the sponge. So yeah, he's a favorite. And so is this one. This is the tiny size of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm in the shade 2. I need to get the shade 3.75. Aha. Just because this will probably work well for me come summer, assuming I get any sort of color. It kind of awkwardly perfectly matches the dark ring I have going in this portion of my neck over here, but it doesn't match here very well. So I have to mix it in with a lightening product to make it work. But I love the finish of this. I understand why everyone raves about this. I wish they still sold this size. They did, and it was like $43 or something like that. This one is only what, like 0.6 ounces. So it's not the full one. I think for 1 ounce it's like $63 or something. So if you want to save 20 bucks and get rid of 0.4 ounces that you know you're not going to use, this was a great option, but I can't find it on Sephora's website. I'm not sure if you can buy it anywhere else. So speaking of sponges and the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, I just want to take a moment, not that she watches my videos, but to thank Raw Beauty Christie from the bottom of my heart for finally selling me on purchasing this freaking sponge. Mine is dirty AF. I just love this sponge. Now, I want to preface this by saying if you like firmer sponges, which is typically my go-to, I prefer sponges that are a little bit on the firmer side. I had a lot of doubts when I got this wet because first off, it gets really gigantic and it's really like wibbly wobbly. Like it's like a Teletubby, kind of. I mean, that's what I think of it as. It's a purple Teletubby. But it gets really squishy and bouncy, and I have a moment of, oh my God, this is just gonna absorb everything. Nothing's gonna come on my skin. But I've never had that issue with it. So it's kind of been blowing me away lately. I just, you know, it's speaking to me on a level of some kind, but I've been loving this. Something else that actually I really didn't like the first time I tried it, if I can figure out which first impressions this was in, I will link it up here. But this guy, the IT Cosmetics Brow Power in the shade Universal Taupe, I hated this. I absolutely hated this when I first tried it. I went, really? In what world is this universal? If you're really, really blonde, this is not gonna work. Like, I was just kind of confused because I was like, in what world is this taupe? Look at that. That's not taupe. It's brown. And I was like, IT Cosmetics, dude. WTH here. Excuse you. And then the more I used it, because I was like, okay, I'm going to keep trying it. I'm going to see how I feel about it. And then the more I used it, the more I realized, oh my God, I love this. Now that I've kind of got my hair's up in every video right now because my hair is dirty and I need to wash it, but my hair is grayish right now. So I've kind of been rocking the slightly, not too dark, but slightly darker brows than I normally wear, just to kind of counterbalance it and give some more definition to my face. So I've really been loving it. It's the brow product I have on today, and I have nothing but good things to say about him. This you should have seen coming if you watch any of my videos, but this is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. This has been my go-to mascara since January, beginning of February. around Valentine's Day, I think, actually. This might have been in a Valentine's Day tutorial too. Was this the matte tutorial? Is that where all this is coming from? I love this so much. A lot of backup. Like, you know, I rarely do that with mascaras. I'll buy them later down the road, but I know how much I love this. Now, I do have to say this. I can't wear this on its own, which sucks. But because my lashes are so short that if I wear this alone without a mascara primer of some kind under it, it will get ridiculously clumpy. And there's no way to undo it. So I have to pair it with a mascara primer. I've been using the Tarte one lately. And that makes it perfect. I mean, there's a ton of mascara primers you can use. I also have a Dior one, Tarte, and another one in there as well. And they all work perfectly. Benefit, that's the other one. But I can't wear this on its own, but I love the formula of it, like how it makes my lashes look when I wear it with the primer. But since there wasn't one specific primer that I used with it, I didn't want to mention the primers, so, you know. And I mentioned before that I've had some dry skin, so let me just really quickly run through 2 products that have saved my dry skin self lately. First one is this. This guy is now officially all empty now. This is the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. This has been my favorite mask at Sephora since I worked at Sephora. I sold this a lot to people too. They also have just a regular 10-minute mask version of this, but I prefer the overnight treatment for myself because this isn't one that gets sticky and gets everywhere. It's really nice. And I would just put on a thin layer, give it about 20 minutes to absorb, read a couple chapters of a book, and then go to bed. And it never left any kind of residue on my pillow, my sheets, my pajamas, anything like that. But this guy is fantastic and he smells beautiful. Amazing. It's like papaya and yeah, it smells like fruit. This, on the other hand, has been saving my dry ass elbows, knees, and feet. My heels are awful. Really, really awful. Like when I say my face, I have dry skin on my face, it's not that bad. The dry skin on my body is a problem. Like if I'm not properly hydrated, I scratch my skin off. It's not good, guys. So this is something that I've been using for ages and ages and ages. And I bought a whole bunch of these when I worked at Bath & Body Works. And when I knew I was gonna leave, I stocked up on extras. So I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't think they sell the True Blue Spa, or at least this product in the True Blue Spa. I didn't see it the last time I was in Bath & Body Works. But this is the glycolic acid cracked heel treatment. And this is 4 ounces and I think you get it for like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of this. That is the bottom of the cup right there in the middle. But this stuff is amazing. It's really thick. A little bit goes a long way, and it's great for not just your heels, but also your elbows, your knees, anywhere that you get really dry like that. Sometimes I've even put it like on my shoulder right here because my shoulders get super dry. So is that too much information? I feel like it was too much information. My go-to blush for the past month has been the Lorac Blush in Tinge. This, if you are fair, is a perfect pinky pink blush. It's not the blush I'm wearing today, but let's add some pink, shall we? Really hope I don't just, you know, F up my whole look with this. Ooh, see that little extra pink. Oof. I love this blush. I think all the Lorac blushes are amazing. At one point I owned like 7 and I cut myself back. I only own 3 now, but this is my favorite one of the 3. I will never give up this blush. It is beautiful. It is amazing. When I eventually run out of it, I will repurchase it because I love it that much. Packaging's not so great, and if you drop it, you are like effed because they will shatter. I've done it before. But yeah, this is a fantastic blush. I have 2 brushes to quickly talk about. The first one is this one from Sonia Kashuk. This is the number 18 brush. I don't know what it's actually intended to be for, but I use it as a contour brush. So I like to just take it and buff right up in there. Ooh, there was still powder on there. Oops. There we go. It's perfect. It's chiseled, so if I want to put a little bit on the edge, I can, and then I can buff it out with the middle. This also works really well for blush too, or I can also set my under eyes really nicely with this. It's just been a go-to brush, but especially for contouring, which is weird because I'm not very into contouring, but I have been lately. And then this brush, I hate the color of it. It's pink. I'm not a pink person. But this brush is amazing for bronzer, is amazing for a setting powder, is amazing for blush. It's amazing for blending out powder foundation. Like this brush is so floofy and so soft, and I believe you can buy it individually. This is the Real Techniques number 300. This is like the Metal Crush collection or something like that. Candy Crush, something Crush, Glitter Crush. I don't know what the collection is called off the top of my head, but I love this brush. It's perfect. I use it today to blend out all my powders, and it just works like a freaking dream. Okay guys, I've only got 4 more things left before I finish this up. The first thing is the eyeshadow palette I'm wearing today. This has been a favorite for the past month or so. This is the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Dream Street palette. I did do a first impressions that featured this. I will link the video with it up there. But this is such a gorgeous palette. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today entirely. No other palette. It is just this guy. And it's amazing. I really love the blues. I think all the shades in here complement each other perfectly. I am wearing these 3 in my crease, these 2 on my lid, and that in the center of my lid. So, I mean, there's a lot of looks you can do with this palette. I've just been feeling blue lately, so... not that kind of blue. I'm feeling the color blue lately. And that's just been a favorite palette for me to reach for. And I've started reaching for the highlights in this palette. This is my Tarteist Pro Glow palette. The only thing I really don't use in this entire palette is the cream shade, called Shade, down here. But I do use the other 5. But lately I haven't been using the contour palettes in here. I've been using the highlighters. In specific, the shade Stunner and Strobe have been like go-tos of mine lately. I love this palette. I think it's very underrated. I feel like everyone freaked out about it when it first came out, and I love it. And it goes on sale randomly at like Ulta and stuff, so if you're ever curious, you should probably pick it up when it does that. I don't know when the next time will be, but you know. Another favorite has been my Tangle Teaser. So since I've been going gray silver with my hair, it's breaking a lot more easily, just because that's what happens when you bleach your hair. That's why I've got some crazy little things going down here. I kind of like them. They're kind of like having fake bangs, but better because mine are a different kind of wispy. But this is mine. I have mine the color scheme. I think it's called Pink Lemonade. I love Pink Lemonade, but this has been what I've been using lately. I'll use it in the shower to comb out my hair, and then once I'm to comb through my conditioning masks, and then once I'm out of the shower, I'll use this as well, because my wet brush has been what was breaking my hair, and since I switched to my Tangle Teaser, it's not been breaking as badly. It's still breaking a little. It's bleached hair, but you know, it could be worse. Okay guys, so my next favorite item is this guy. This is one of my Victoria's Secret sleep shirts. Maybe I'll post a picture of what I'm talking, no, screw it. I'll just link it down below. I have a few of these now. This one's one of the Henley top ones. I have ones that are just the regular t-shirts, but I buy them up a size, so I buy them in an XL so that they're extra big, because I don't like to feel suffocated by pajamas. Really love these. They're my favorite thing to sleep in. I've been wearing them for, oh God, when did I work at Bath & Body Works? I had a discount at Victoria's Secret when I worked at Bath & Body Works, so yeah, I miss those days. Okay guys, last thing. Literally, I undid my sleeves for no freaking reason, and now I'm redoing my sleeves. The last thing I have to mention are these. I swear to Jesus, I'm not religious, but I swear to God right now, these are my new favorite thing to drink. I'm awful at staying hydrated, and I know someone's gonna come up in here and be like, girl, that's not like real water or whatever. You know what? I'm trying to wean myself off soda. I've been doing pretty good. I usually only drink Coke Zero now, so I'm getting better. But I'm trying to cut out soda altogether. That's just kind of a goal of mine for 2018. I want to give up soda, but I'm trying to slowly take myself off of it. But the problem is when I do that, I tend to substitute other things, so I'll drink tea or I'll drink a lot of lemonade, which is not any better. But these are just that little bit better. I like, this one here is the Molokai coconut flavor. I also drink the pomegranate, the raspberry coconut, the Tanzania lemonade one, the Malawi mango. There's others. There's a blueberry, I think. But I buy the coconut. The coconut one's my favorite. I buy the coconut in the case of 8 bottles or whatever it is every time I'm at Jewel. And so yeah, guys, that is everything. I felt like there was more. I probably should mention this, dude. I probably should. Just because I used up so much of this. I mean, I'm almost out. Oh, this smells so freaking good. Like I said, I like coconutty flavored things, and this smells like a freaking coconut pineapple beach party. This is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. Boom. I know it's Boom Boom. I don't call it Boom Boom. I call it the Bum Bum Cream, and everyone else does too. I just like how this smells. The firming feeling that this claims to have, I don't know if I 100% believe in that. Sometimes I feel like I can feel it, but I don't know if that's just my dry skin, so I have a hard time telling. But I love how this smells. You get a lot of product in here. It is pricier for a body butter, you know, but I bought this in a set, and I believe that there's a set that's out and purchasable on Sephora.com right now with like 3 mini ones or something. Like, I'm tempted to buy that. If I hadn't just bought a giant Nivea body lotion, I probably would. So maybe in the future, I probably will repurchase this, but for now, I'm gonna focus on more intense hydration for my skin than this can give me. So once this is out, I'll probably stop, but this has just been a favorite since January. Okay, that is everything. I'm done. That's everything. No more. All done. Goodbye. I think I'm done. I think that's enough crap, isn't it? As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm uploading videos. I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be sure to leave me your questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for this video and any future videos you want to see on my channel down below in the comments section. Follow me on other social media platforms. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I am KOBeauty58. Super easy to remember. You guys can figure it out. Yeah, so I think at this point when I'm uploading this, I am moving the week that this video goes up. So basically everything you guys have been seeing since the middle of April has been pre-filmed because I'm moving. I move on May 3rd. It's official. My movers are scheduled and everything. I'm moving on May 3rd. So I won't be like actually filming videos in my new apartment until sometime the week after, but that is also my birthday that week, so I can't guarantee anything. I am really excited to say, because I'm moving, I am decluttering. So I will be doing another declutter series, and everyone really loved those videos. Tell me down below if you found me through my declutter series that I did back in September, October, November. I really spaced it out. This time it's going to be like a week of declutter. So the entire week that I'm moving, y'all are going to be getting declutter videos after this video. You guys have that to look forward to. Ooh, at some point in May, my Rouge follow-up video will be happening sometime around the 20th. So I think that's everything, right? Yes? Yes. I am done. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my future declutter video.